Season 5 for the Italian Grand Prix. Race, I think, of what I can remember. Unless I was raced before, but I'm pretty sure when we just had in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, you know, there was so much that went on in that Azerbaijan Grand Prix, so much strategy to think about, and yeah, it was just different. We'll just check who won last race, actually. I know we came second. Who won the last race? It was Kimi Raikkonen who won it last time. So yeah, we finished second, Raikkonen in first, and third was my teammate Bottas. So, right, we're going to get into then this one as well today, for the Italian GP. And you know what, I'm looking forward to this one, but, you know, we're going to have to be, I think, a bit aware of the Ferraris, because Ferrari, I think, do have the most powerful engine going into this race. So, you know, I do like this circuit, personally, but, you know, we're just going to have to wait and see what we can do here. Will we break lap record times? You know, can we get into, like, the 1:18s, even into the 17s even? That would be a real push, I think, you know, this year. Hopefully we can do it. But this is really our last, probably, chance to get a race win until Russia. Because Singapore, we tend not to go well at in previous seasons. Even though last season we didn't do our way down into that first corner. And it's a long, long way down into the first corner as hitting for brakes for turn one. Obviously, right now, car is going to be a bit slidey right now. So, I'm not just about getting the resource points necessary that we're looking for. But so far, so good on this run. Don't want to jinx it or put a commentator's curse on it, as they say. Into the second Lesmo. So I don't think we're going to get the purple just lap. So we're probably going to have to do another lap. The tyres tend to be cold to begin with, obviously. This car now starting to feel a bit more grippy, mechanically, which is always positive. We're going to run lower drag this weekend as well. Probably run 2-2 wings, see how that goes. You know, we do want a little bit of downforce. So first lap is a 1:24.2, so obviously that lap time, every lap we do, that's just going to start tumbling with every lap around the circuit. And that was a much better run through there, probably gaining already, I would have thought, half a second at least. So into a second chicane. Overall though, if, by the way, go check out my race reaction from yesterday. I hope you liked the new format, by the way, that I've done for that race reaction video. I'm going to do it like that, as I explained at the end of the video, for the next, by the way, 3 races, that format, when it comes to race reactions. Like, you know, I hope you'll like it personally. Because obviously, the whole idea behind that new format is, you know, basically putting a picture to words sort of thing, if you know what I mean. I want to put my words to a picture so you lot can relate. So right now we're around half a second off, but we did get the purple score, so we're not going to look at lap times just yet too much. Because sometimes practice can be deceiving, and we don't want to fall down the line where we're making any rash decisions at this moment in the race weekend. So we're going to go 2-2 right now, see how that goes. We're going to do a race strategy, and if we feel like we want to up it, we can do that. So yeah, because I really want to have an advantage in one of the 3 sectors, and that's really crucial. You can either have the first and second sector, really, or the middle sector, you know, and that's where you've got to go for it. You've got to sort of compromise your sectors here. But there are corners, obviously, like every F1 track. Right, out of the final corner, down into turn 1, and we're already hitting 200 miles per hour. Now, obviously, this is the race run, so we only need to be in the green, really. Like, we'll see how it goes at the end of the run, obviously. See what time says. But as long as we're in the green, then that's good. It's positive, of course, for the race at least. So far, our car does feel quite comfortable. Doesn't feel like any uncharacteristic movements from the car. So into the first of the 2 Lesmos. And this is where we are going to lose probably out a bit of time. But then we just gain it all back down the straights due to the low drag and the engine power. Really cocking up there. We're just going to use a flashback to give ourselves a second chance. Car feels good though. I think we're going to probably add on a bit of downforce. I feel like we're just lacking a bit too maybe much at the moment. So, but we'll see how it goes over the next 2 laps. Alright, we'll try again, sort of thing. Feel like we're definitely going to add on probably a little bit of downforce, certainly. Probably go 3-3. Just not so sure in the middle. Right, we've got the car underneath us where I feel like we could push. We'll do a focus lap next lap, see how good we are on that lap. Oh, crying out loud. Yeah, I'm more than confident. We'll be doing probably adding downforce. Because I just feel like one too many mistakes are happening. Car's a bit too understeer for my liking at the moment, and for me that's an issue.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Right, this is the lap where we're going to focus a bit more. We'll see what we can do. Okay, that was okay. Still feel like middle sector probably is where we're losing a lot of time. So, certainly did better. So I'm going to probably go 3 3-3, I feel. You need an even number sort of around here, by the way, or matching numbers, but so far from what that says, we are certainly quick. We're in the hunt for pole as well, so probably we could go 2-2, but I'm going to probably put a bit more middle. I want to probably have a bit more downforce in the middle sector. And the reason why that is because even though a lot of the corners, well, even though there's a lot of straights, you also have to be quite quick in the corners. So I don't really mind compromising a little bit of straight line speed for cornering speed, especially in the middle sector, because in the middle sector there tends to be, well, you got 1, 2, 3, you got about 5 corners in that middle sector. Then also the Ascari corner, that's, you know, a key corner, I think, personally, to this track. If you can do a very good Ascari, you're well within the hunt for pole. But yeah, you know, we're going to see what happens then today, obviously, for today's session. And hopefully we can get, well, pole position and a race win under our belts. And we're only, I think, what, 2 points away from the championship lead. So if we beat Alonso by a position, more or less, we will be the new championship leader going into Singapore. And it's very odd this season because it's not the first time this has happened, you know, where we have come into this round behind and came out leading the championship. Happened last year to us, but last year we were behind our teammate. We were, I think, like 25 points. Our teammate had some sort of issue with his car which cost him a whole heap of points, and we leveled up with him at this round going into next round. So, you know, we're certainly doing a lot better this season anyway, regardless so far of what's happening. We're ahead of our teammate, we're behind Fernando Alonso, but nonetheless, only 2 points separating myself and Fernando as we prepare to start our lap now. Going to back off slightly here. You need to be within about 6 seconds of a car in front to be gaining a tow. Don't want to be too close because they are slower cars. Also got to watch out on pit exit. So gonna go now. I feel like, you know, getting a nice tow anyway. So we're going to be gaining from the car in front a slight tow, hitting 230 miles per hour. And now just plan our way towards the end of the first sector. Very good first sector, I feel. Right, this is where we want to be slightly quicker. Don't feel we were too bad. Don't feel like we maximised it all in this middle. Don't feel like we maximised it there either, but at least it was okay. Did have to go slightly wide, and we did clip the gravel trap, and through there, definitely not maximising it. So certainly time, I feel, on the table, but we're going to burst into the 1:18.5s to do the fastest lap then of the session so far as things all stand. And we do obviously sit on pole. We're ahead of our teammate right now as well. Just want to point that out as our teammates just crossed the line. So can't be that bad of a lap, but I just feel like there is certainly room to improve middle and last sector really. That's where I feel the time can be won and made really. Good parabolica, we were wide through quite a lot of the corners actually. Over. getting off the line as Vettel bursts through, not giving him really any benefit of a toe there, so you know, he may have gained a little bit, but he wouldn't have gained much on us. We now just make our way down back straight towards the pit lane. Now it's a tricky pit lane in the race, by the way. Very easy to speed in this pit lane here, as Vettel goes even quicker by only a very small margin actually, to let you know, not by much actually. So very close right now between Sebastian and I, so can't be too disappointed as our teammate pulls up and waiting just behind us whilst we get pushed back into our pit garage, as we now will start preparing for our second runs. And I feel like a high 17 will be probably the key here. As I said, we didn't extract the most from that lap, so it's virtually nip and tuck between Sebastian and I, even though it's saying we didn't even do the fastest first sector. It's saying we did fastest last sector, so interesting then actually. I thought it'd be fastest first sector that we would have had. Certainly didn't do anything amazing in the middle, but yeah, you know, nonetheless. So we'll speed time up. So it's virtually, well, it is nip and tuck between Vettel. Now, I don't know who would start in pole on this case, because even though it says Vettel's at the top, technically we did our lap first. So I'm pretty sure the official rule should be we start on pole position. I do not know how that works in this game. You know, 'cause we certainly did do our lap first. You know, so if neither of us, Vettel or myself, improve, who starts on pole here, I wonder. And we'll go out in now. So this could be a very odd situation, because right now Vettel and myself have just done the exact same lap time. I did mine first, so technically we should start on pole position. But how will the game deal with it? And what's going up here? There's something going on. Don't look like it will affect us, but how will the game deal with this? As we're now gonna... Oh dear. Did we get a 5-place grid penalty? Just in case we did, I'm gonna move on, because at the end of the day I want to do a lap, and these guys are very, very slow. Honestly, for whatever reason, the guys behind won't get around, so the way the guys in front are going, I'm not going to get around. They're going too slow. Ah. So it's going to be very nip and tuck between Sebastian, Vettel, Bottas, but we've got 34 seconds to go. If we improve, that'd be a miracle. Right, I'm going to start bunching up. What? Oh my fucking days.
Confirm you're okay, please.
You're having a joke. Sorry about my language, but that's annoying. You're trying to just do your own thing, and the AI just bang into you as if you're not there. For 10 seconds to cross the line, we're gonna go now. Vettel's not going to make it, so it's all going to come down to us then on this final lap. And I don't know who starts on pole, whether it's me or Vettel.
You're currently in second place.
That's the lap gone. I'm not even going to try. You're having a joke. I know it doesn't really matter now.
Engine off. Engine off.
I just want to get to the line though. We're gonna be a fair sport, and we're just gonna do it from here. For crying out loud, what is it with this AI? Alright, so I don't know who's gonna start on pole. By the way, I'm pretty sure I said that anyway. Vettel didn't get round, Bottas no way, because I got round with like 4 seconds to go. So there's no way Vettel would have got round to be able to complete a lap if we did. So I'm gonna presume it's the guy at the top, but I really think that if it is Vettel, that is so unfair in a way, because it should be us. And the reason why it should be us is because the way the rule states, the first one who completes the lap gets pole. So yeah, we're second. That's a real... Now, I know obviously...
As we wind down,
I think that's the first time I've ever seen this in the Codemaster game where I've actually matched the AI's time to the dot and missed out on pole. But, you know...
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective.
I think that's something Codemasters... I'm not saying Codemasters will see this video, but I may write into Codemasters and say I spotted a fault, you know, of course, in terms of rules, and hopefully, maybe, we could change it for a future F1 game. You know, I think I'm going to probably construct an email, because I think, you know, that's very, very important, actually, because I do like, right, this is the official Formula 1 game, yeah? So therefore, being the official Formula 1 game, it should have the official rules. I know it probably something that isn't easy to implement, every single rule to the dot or to the letter T sort of thing, because obviously the game is computer generated, so therefore the coding can be probably quite difficult, I imagine. But I think at least if I suggest it, then at least I can't be shot in the arsehole for not suggesting it, if you know what I mean. Because I think it'd be wrong of me not to say it. You know, I think I've spotted a fault with the game, or with my copy of the game. And obviously I think that should be corrected for future games, in all honesty. You know, because obviously that's, you know, the difference between today, a race win potentially, and not getting a race win, unless we're going to be started on pole here, which we're not. So yeah, you know, it is something, you know, I know it's probably petty to, you know, even discuss about it, but yeah, so we're starting second here then, after matching Sebastian Vettel's time, literally getting the exact same time, or should I say Vettel got the same time as me, because we did do our lap first. Vettel completed his 1 second, so therefore, technically, under the official Formula 1 FIA rules, we should be on pole. However, whatever reason why, Codemasters suggest differently, Vettel should be. Everyone just going very, very slow out the pits, compromising me getting my tyres up to heat sort of thing, so I couldn't really commit to a lap properly. And if I did, I think the traffic would have probably caused us too much havoc anyway, so yeah, not too disappointed anyway. We now prepare to start the Italian Grand Prix. So Vettel has put it on pole position for Scuderia Ferrari. Can he deliver a party for the Italian folks? Or can we, Bottas and I, spoil Ferrari's day in Italy for Season 5 of the Italian Grand Prix? Surely a win would be anything... Well, a win would be... I think... If we don't win, I think that would be a bit embarrassing, really, today. I'd like to get a win, because, quite honestly...
Keep an eye on the lights.
I think we have a car, personally.
Be ready with the clutch.
But nonetheless, Vettel's going to be quick. So we've got to look out for Vettel. But we have made bad starts here in the past. We have come back to win twice. So 5 red lights. Not the greatest start, but nonetheless not as bad as previous seasons. Holding right now what is 3rd place as we go side by side with Bottas. And Vettel making a very good start overall. We're going to try and slipstream our teammate, go around the outside here, doing a very much similar move to what Vettel did in 2011 on Fernando Alonso. Just except we didn't put our wheels on the grass. So already climbing back up positions, back into 2nd. As Vettel right now leading the way. Slight corner cut there, but nothing drastic. Right, and now we've got to push to catch up to Vettel. As Vettel already into the 122s. I know it's the opening lap, but that's quite quick. Considering on Friday, or in the first practice session, we were going into the 24s. Alright, gonna slow right down so we don't get a penalty. Maybe slightly compromised on the run into this corner. Doing fastest first sector, certainly gained on Vettel. Well, so has my teammate, I would say, slightly anyway, so... Not gonna say it's because of the error we did down into the first corner. Hopefully we won't do it too many times. Heading into now Parabolica.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Doing fastest lap now. If we can get into the 20s, I think that'd be quite good in this early stage of the race. We're pulling away from our teammate. We're getting ever closer to the back of Sebastian Vettel. I don't think we're in the 1 second window just yet. Not best parabolicas either there. So probably going to lose a little bit of time. But I do suspect this will be the fastest lap. Only just missing out on the 20s.
2.2 seconds.
So gonna try and go even faster on this lap. Right, should be within the 1 second DRS window right now, so we'll probably get DRS. We can now open up the rear wing and try and go even faster. And yep, we're now into the 20s as we now gain on Sebastian Vettel, and we made that probably look a bit easy. I'm gonna give back the position because I don't want to overtake like that where we make a mistake. So we'll just stay behind Vettel here, and we'll try and get Vettel again, because obviously we did sort of go wide again for a second time in this race, so sort of struggling with the brakes here in that first corner. At the moment, but it's nothing too serious. We're slowing down, making sure we're not, how can you put it, not gaining any advantage.
Pit now, pit now.
We're kind of in this lap anyway. And we were speeding, right. For that, we're just going to use a flashback because I hate this pit lane entry. It's one of the worst. Ah, twice now. It's literally one of the worst pit lanes. You slow down too much, you lose a heap of time. Enter too fast, you get a penalty.
Exit now.
It is really annoying, that pit lane.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. Receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Oh dear, that's annoying. Losing a bit of time to Hulkenberg. Really don't want to be doing that. Want to be gaining. That's the thing about here, tyres can be really, really cold when they come out the blankets. That really can affect how the car handles. But once up to speed, tyres here work beautiful. Alright, teammates in the pits. as we're going to be very close between us and Vettel. Probably not as close as what I would like, but still going to be within that second gap. And Vettel's tyres are going to be cold, so we should have these early momentum. We're still within the second zone, so that's obviously good. Just like ours were.